Hey everybody, welcome to week 7.5. You guys all know what that means. You only have a couple days left, and then you have a break, a nice long break until September. I think it's September 8th. The next term starts. But look, you're so much closer. Some of you can see the finish line when it comes to graduation. You can see it there. And those of you who might have an extra little bit of time left, honestly, it's not that much longer. This is exciting. You're getting near the end. Really, really cool. If you've gotten to this point, you've gone through a lot to get here. So pat yourself on the back. Be proud of what you've accomplished. And I mean that. Be proud of it. This is not an easy thing to do, okay? So many of you are doing your schoolwork and doing your job or multiple jobs in some cases and dealing with family and children and all sorts of things and illness and COVID and deaths in the family and emergencies and all sorts of things that have come up. If you've been dealing with all that, juggling all those balls in the air at the same time, and you're here now, that is impressive. It is. This is not an easy thing. Look, anything worth having is worth working for, right? And you've been working for it if you've gotten to this point. So be proud of that. Be proud of that. So what are we going to be talking about this week? Well, we're going to wrap things up. It's going to be a little easier, as you can probably guess, since we only have a couple of days left. Remember, Monday's the last day of class. Monday, 11:59 p.m. That's when we call quits on the term. We're going to take it a little easier, but we're going to talk about something that is important, even if it is kind of in a relaxed fashion, and that is interviews. We've talked about interviews, but this week and the lecture in particular gives some nice tips and tricks when it comes to doing interviewing, things that maybe you don't think very much about. For instance, what should you be avoiding in an interview? You want to talk about yourself, you want to sell yourself, but you don't want to be arrogant, you don't want to be cocky. That comes off as, well, really, really bad. You want to make sure you dress up, but at the same time, you're not going to be wearing a tuxedo or a ball gown, right? We understand that there are certain elements of decorum and professionalism that we need to take seriously. And you'd be surprised. I've been involved in lots of interviews over the years. Many people don't take this stuff seriously. I was talking to my wife who works in human resources, and she talked about an interview that she was a part of. She was one of the interviewers, and the person they were interviewing was like swearing the whole time. And you're thinking, what is going on here? And she and her colleagues were like afterwards thinking, this is absolute madness. How do you not know that that's a bad thing to do? So you'd be surprised. Anyways, this week's lecture does give you some good, helpful tips. Not a very long lecture, which is nice. And then you're going to have discussion board where we'll talk a little bit about this, and then just kind of debrief on the whole term as well. And then there'll be a short reflection in which you kind of highlight some of these elements as well. You're talking about your dream job and interviewing for it, and you kind of have that framework or that frame of mind, and you talk a little bit about that specifically when it comes to interviews. There's a lot of interesting things for us to talk about to wrap things up. Now, logistically, what are we looking at here? Well, week 7, we're still in, so we have that overlap, right? That ends tomorrow, and then week 7.5, which starts today, is going to end on Monday. If you have any questions or concerns about assignments, late assignments, or anything else, let me know as soon as possible, okay? The term ends on Monday, but basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to be doing nothing but grading, okay? So if something comes up and you're like, oh my gosh, my computer's on the fritz, or I've been ill or something like that, I don't know what's going on unless you reach out to me first, okay? I don't know what you might be struggling with. I don't know what might be going on that might be making it hard for you to finish your work. So let me know, okay? Please let me know. If anything comes up, we can try to figure something out. But when the term ends, we don't have that much time left before grades are due, and they're all required. And I don't really have much, say about that. They're due when they tell me they're due. So anyway, couple days left. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy our company, each other's company for a couple more days, and we'll see where this shortened week takes us. Thanks, folks.